Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Haley. I'm a cashless budgeter, recent graduate, and caregiver who's working in a relationship with finances as well as working towards financial freedom. If that's something you're interested in watching, please leave a like, comment, subscribe down below, and let's get into this video. Hey guys, so I am actually really excited about this video. This is a very impromptu. I did not really plan much of anything out. But I was heavily inspired by Katie of the House. I will leave her channel down in the description as well as the video I was inspired by. And she really, even though it was a shorter video, she basically sat and kind of reassessed where her emergency fund was and how that related to her sinking funds and how some of her sinking funds could technically function within her emergency fund and how they would be pulled for emergencies and this, that of the nature. So that video got me thinking, and I even told her in my comment that it got me thinking about my own emergency fund and the goals I want to reach and how I can better go about streamlining that process to getting to my goals. So what I've decided to do is do somewhat of an emergency fund redistribution, and I was going to do it off camera, but I was like, why not sit here and talk through it with you guys. So that's what we'll be doing today. So the main source of funds I guess I'll be redistributing is from my home binder. You guys will know this home binder is split between my current and future situation, and I do have a mini starter emergency fund of $1,000 that was in here, but it's a mini emergency fund for home and home related things. And let's say the cost of something, rent for example, or bill or such, was high. That's originally what I had that money saved for. When I think about it, I already have other envelopes and funds that are literally there just for that, or at least geared towards it. So what I decided to do was to take it out of my home binder and put it into my general emergency fund, and then from there I'll redistribute it into other envelopes. I'll also be redistributing the emergency fund that's in my car binder as well, but that's a little bit smaller. So yeah, let's get started. So the rest of these envelopes in here are going to remain the same, but this emergency / buffer envelope, I also had moving in here, which moving funds I'm going to keep in here. That's for any, just in case we have some emergency storage that we need, or any moving costs for any help, or the hire movers, or just ask family and friends to help. So my emergency / buffer for home was originally $1,000. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that to the side right now and redistribute it into my emergency fund envelopes. Excuse me guys, gosh, that cough actually took a while. Also, if you hear dogs in the background, they're all outside playing, so you will, forewarning, you will hear barking. But anyway, I'm going to go to the emergency fund section of my binder and basically redistribute what this $1,000 would be into here in these envelopes. So I'm kind of doing this on the fly. So what I think I'm going to do, just for the sake of, is I think I'm going to go ahead and fully fund 1 month of my parachute fund. Now, as you guys know, my parachute fund is the equivalent of my job replacement fund. I will still be building it up, but what I'm thinking of doing, and by thinking I mean probably what I end up doing, is end or finish, use part of this $1,000 to finish my monthly challenge. Just gonna take that out, and I'm going to see what those are the cards what I actually have in my parachute fund right now. is, I think it's $21.32, I believe. Double checking. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 100, 20, 32. Yeah. So it's $21.32 in here. And I've kind of added an extra $100 for a buffer. So my goal for my parachute fund is to have at least a month of income, plus a buffer. And this monthly challenge for a budget by Valerie was originally saving $2,400. I decided to bump it up to $2,500 per month, just to get a more round number. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I did the math before this, and now mental math is gone. I'm going to take $368 to add to my parachute fund, and that will fully fund it for 1 month at $2,500. So let me put this to the side, because on top of that, I am also going to add $500 to my home fund, as this was originally part of my home emergency fund. And my home fund currently has $500. So $500 plus the $500 from this $1,000 will make it $1,000. So I'll put that to the side now. And home emergency fund is up to $1,000. And I will build up from there. Alright, and back to parachute fund. It'll be $1,000, $2,000, and I'll take this $500 placeholder to make it $2,500, which means 1 month of my parachute fund is fully funded. That actually feels really good. I was actually nervous about doing this, but then shout out to Katie again. I'll make sure to leave all her information down in the description box. You know, life happens, and sometimes you just have to change and do what works for you. And life situation is currently up in the air with a lot of things, and so I felt better with this money being at least in a central location, so I know if I need it, I can pull it from this one particular bucket for whatever the particular thing may be. Granted, as I'm fully transparent about that, any of my savings, with the exception of very few envelopes, and if a big emergency push comes to shove, you know, it is what it is. I will pull from what I need to. But again, I wanted to better, I guess, build my flexibility, especially when it comes to my finances, and understand that, you know, it doesn't have to be as rigid, and things may or may not work out, and sometimes, you know, big overhauls just need to happen. So, that was $868 of the $1,000. So that leaves $132 left. And what I've decided to do with that is put that $132 into my new buffer bucks binder. This will be a separate stuffing by itself, but I will make sure to put, this number is incorrect. Oh, sorry for checking, you guys. Make sure I add that $132 into my binder, and that'll be a separate cash stuffing, and I'll get all the prop bills for that later on. Alright, so that is that. I am hanging up my monthly challenge for now. I'll more than likely repurpose it for another fund, and I actually have one in mind. But again, it wouldn't be a priority right now to get to. But I like to keep my challenges together so that I can reuse them in the future. Alright, so setting all of this aside, we're going to work on my car fund. Over there. And we're going to work on my car binder. So with my car binder, I am working on getting to my $500 deductible. I'm saving for my deductible in here, trying to save for at least a month of car insurance in here, or at least a buffer for any increases in car insurance that may occur, as well as an emergency repair fund in here. Reviewing the envelopes, I honestly decided to take my emergency fund and repair fund and condense them into my car deductible. One, I get my car deductible out of the way, and two, when I have more allocations from my regular check, I'm able to put it into other envelopes. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry about the noise, guys. So as I was saying, I'm going to condense part of my emergency fund and emergency repair fund from my car care binder into my car deductible, so that can be done and sit as I need it in case of an emergency. And I can actually stuff my car binder from my regular check and spread out into more envelopes. So what I'm going to do is go to repairs first and see what's in here. That's $20. Oh, sorry if I am shaking you guys. And my setup is a little bit different with this binder, so I had to remember the order in which I have envelopes in here. Alright. And car deductible. So car deductible, as of right now, has $100, $200, $20, $40. So I will need a total of $260 in order to get to the $500 car deductible. So I will put this to the side. So that's $260, and I will need to take $200, and $40 from my car emergency fund. Let's see what it has right now. Right now, my car emergency fund has 100, 200, 20, 40, 50, 55, 57, 257. So I am going to leave $12 to go back into that envelope. Put this aside as well. And just in case you guys are curious, I'm not putting the bills together because I use two different types of bills, prop bills for different envelopes depending on how often I am in and out of them. Alright, so back up to car deductible. I will add a total of, 1, 2, 20, 40, 60. That's 260, and this should be 240. 360, 460, 480, 500. Alright, and this extra 5 is change. I was like, why the heck am I 5 over? Because the extra 5 is change. Anyway, I am going to take a $500 placeholder and put it in a car deductible. And my car deductible, I don't know why. The bills also being straight in the envelopes matter to me. I don't know why. Anyway, and now my car deductible is fully funded at $500. So that is technically it for my move around. Just in case you guys are curious, with me taking the monthly challenge out, I'm going to focus my emergency fund efforts on my Sloth Savings Scratch-Off book. This book from Budget by Valerie, I'll leave her Etsy down in the description, is meant to save $4,602. And how I'm probably going to break this down is, once I finish this challenge, I'll take this challenge and redisperse it back into my emergency fund envelopes. It may not be to the point where I'll be able to fully fund all of them to where I want them to be, but if I'm thinking correctly and doing mental math correctly, it'll get me to my $10,000 emergency fund goal that I had for the next 3 years, or to reach in the next 3 years. So this will be more of a slow and steady wins the race type challenge, but once I finish it, I'll redisperse it into my other envelopes as needed. or if emergency comes up, I will take from it as needed. Alright, now that is officially it for this emergency fund redistribution. I thank you guys for watching. Also, I know I'm very corny, but I did make an emergency fund based trio freebie challenge. That'll be linked in my description as well, for the month of March. And there will also be more freebies coming up as well, but just to let you guys know. Alright, I thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far in the video, please leave a siren in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching, and catch you guys next time. Bye, guys.